Hey friends, I've got a client who just was hit with additional reduction in income with the effects that we're having right now, the closing of the government funding opportunities, tariffs, and general instability in consumer buying. His income has been reduced, and he's got to get some relief from his mortgage lender, or he will end up in foreclosure. You may know of someone who's in a situation like this. Here's some things to be aware of, to keep in mind in dealing with this. Number one, we're in a very unstable environment right now. This is April of 2025. President Trump now is talking about firing the president of the Federal Reserve. That's unheard of. It's against the law. And President Trump has been doing a lot of things that are against the law, and Congress is just afraid and going along with it. As a matter of fact, you probably saw where Senator Lisa Murkowski out of Alaska just said she's literally afraid to vote against the president for fear of being primaried out of office and losing her slot, for fear of physical attack, for fear of being doxxed. And a lot of these members of Congress are scared right now of President Trump, and for good reason. I mean, you recall when President Trump applied to get a casino gambling license in the country of Australia, and they turned him down. They said they turned him down because of his known connections to organized crime. Go look it up. It's public record. Anyway, let's come back to my homeowner conversation. This gentleman, reduction in income, he needs help from his mortgage lender. So right now he goes to a HUD certified counselor. There are a number of them in the Bay Area. Richmond Neighborhood Housing Services, A1 Housing Services in Hayward. The Contra Costa County Board of Supervisors has a housing counseling element. We do some housing counseling for folks as well with the Urban Financial Services Coalition Multiple Strategies Working Committee. Now, this individual can go to them, they can advocate for him, put together a proposal, and talk to the lender and ask for help. If push comes to shove and they won't cooperate, at that point he can go to the state of California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. Also the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, which is has been a very potent consumer protector. The Consumer Finance Protection Bureau in the last 8 or 9 years has gotten back $21 billion from outlaw financial services companies, be they some of the biggest banks that you know, household names, to small companies. They were responsible for putting a cap on return check fees at $8. Now, with the new Trump administration, that's being taken off, and return check fees will probably be going back up to $35. Similar laws around mortgages, credit reports, or credit cards. But let me get back to my point. My guy who we're talking with, our office is also telling him that he may not get the help from the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau that he wanted. That's because with the Trump administration, as I've talked about before, the legal changes that they're going to make are going to be favorable to the corporation, not to the consumer. In this case, with the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, the Trump administration has given 1,500 employees, 80% of the staff, termination notices. Now, courts have blocked that temporarily for review because these are just blanket terminations without respect to who the employee is or what their job titles are or what their job performance is. But this is an attack on the consumer. This is going to be a problem for our homeowner because he does not have the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau to come in with their special power. They were formed during the foreclosure crisis, 2008 through 2011, when there was no one to police the mortgage companies that were doing hundreds of thousands of illegal foreclosures. That organization is being shut down. So our person right now that we're talking about, he's going to have to be very proactive. He's going to have to get in touch with these assistance agencies right away. He's going to have to keep thorough records of who he talks to, and he may have to go to court. Now, with the court, you know, the remedies aren't as good, and the risk is a lot higher than if he were working with the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. But we're in a new day, and it's really a new day when you see the President of the United States talking about firing the head of the Federal Reserve, Chairman Powell. That it is just stunning, the kinds of comments and statements that President Trump is making, and we see the effect in the financial markets, and what countries that were previously allies of the United States are now doing and taking a step back from us. Let's come back to our homeowner. He's going to need to use the resources at his disposal quickly and proactively, and we're going to be in constant contact with him in this regard. If you'd like to talk more about this situation, give us a holler. I'm Walter Brown at wblendingsolutions.com. Phone number 925-256-1144. Thank you.